Hi there everyone, and today I have one more very interactive chess game to show you by Bobby Fischer, who had the white pieces, and his opponent was Svend Hamann. So this chess game was from the Netanya chess tournament from 1968. So his opponent is also a very strong chess player. So his opponent is a Danish chess international master. So okay, let's see what happened. We have e4, c5, the Sicilian defense, knight to f3, knight to c6, d4, and then knight to f6, knight to c3. So we have the open Sicilian, d6, bishop to c4, e6, bishop back, bishop to e7, and Fischer plays, by the way, the Sozin attack, and it's also known as the Sozin-Fischer attack. So Bobby Fischer played this many times. And then castling, chasing the bishop queen to f3, castling f5, e5, knight back, and b5, g4, and aggressive kingside expansion by Bobby Fischer. So b4 and g5. Both players are attacking the knights, exchanging the knights, and we have bishop takes on f6. So if c takes, going all the way and attacking the rook, then white can capture the bishop and white is winning. Because if capturing the rook, white is going to capture the rook with promoting the queen, that's check. And then capturing the queen, and white is much better. Actually, white is a piece up and black can resign. So g takes, bishop takes, and then b takes on c3, bishop to b7, and c4. And white is better in this position, so white has better control in the center. So d5, and black wants to break, pawn break, so e takes on d5. Well, if c takes, then queen takes on c2, and black has some prospects in this position. But Fischer played e takes on d5 and running into this e4 by the Danish chess master. So discover attacking the rook with the bishop and at the same time hitting the queen. So queen to g3, exchanging the queens, and then simply boom, capturing the rook, and black has the exchange. Is this losing for white? Now black wins the exchange, but Fischer has very good looking connected pass pawns. It looks rock solid for white. So f6, and Fischer in this position, he wants to capture the pawn, defending the bishop. So white is already a pawn up. This is why defending the e-pawn. Rook over a5, c5, and Bobby Fischer's pawns are marching. So attacking the pawn and simply supporting a4 and creating one more passer. Now Bobby Fischer has 3 passed pawns. It's hard to stop for black. So a3, b5, full steam ahead, a2, and defending a1, queen promotion. So rook to a4, attacking the pawn, but simply c6, and black is getting squeezed, squeezing life out of his opponent. So bishop goes back, bishop to b6, and believe it or not, but Hamann resigned in this position. Unbelievable. He can't stop these pawns, and look at these pawns. Unbelievable. Bobby Fischer's army of pawns is marching towards the promised land, and white is going to promote the queen. It's impossible to defend for black. So if rook to d6, well, basically this is trapping the rook, and white is a piece up. And black has to play something like rook to f8 and then d6, and black can stop this basically. These connected pass pawn rollers are too much for black. Black is completely lost in this position. So this is just one possibility. So capturing, of course, white is much better now. King to g2, h5, and in this position, if rook takes pawn, then forking the rooks. And rook can't take the pawn because this is going to fork the rook and the king. So pawn up and blocking the rook and the pawn. So of course white pawns are marching, and this is too much for black. So bishop to d6, supporting the c pawn, and white is getting ready to push his b pawn. The bishop is also doing a great job in this endgame. So rook to g5 and another prophylactic move, rook to g1 and b7. And as we can see in this example, black can never stop white pawns reaching the 8th rank for queen promotion. Even with the most accurate defense, black is lost. So rook takes and going behind the pawn, but simply promoting the queen. And white has the rook and the bishop, and black is helpless. So what an incredible chess game by Bobby Fischer. After bishop to b6, black resigned. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and bye bye.